morning, guys. I'm at the studio today because I'm about to get my hair done. My best friend Kerri, who does my hair, she also owns all the Glossary Salons, which is where we are currently at. My studio is at a Glossary Salon shared space. Anyways, she's coming to my studio today to do my hair, which is so freaking convenient for me. So I got us coffees. I got what did I get? A dirty chai tea latte with extra cinnamon, and Carrie got the same without the cinnamon. So, and then I also got us the best almond croissants on this earth. They're so freaking good. Look at these, like with the powdered sugar on the top. They have like an almond filling in the middle. Why can't you see me? And so yeah, you guys are just gonna hang out with us while we do my hair today, and I'm gonna try to capture as much of this process as I can. It's actually a lot easier now that I don't have 2 rows of extensions in. It doesn't take as long to do my hair. It used to take like 6 to 7 hours to do my roots, then color my roots, then refresh my pink, then install the 2 wefts of extensions or the 2 rows of extensions. It was really time consuming, and it still kind of is, because being pink is a high maintenance process. It is. So we're gonna be here for a few hours today, and my best friend Kerri absolutely hates being on camera, but I think she does it because I love her so much and she loves me so much and she would do anything for me. But we're gonna put her on camera today, and we might do a little interview with Kerri because that woman is a hoard of knowledge, especially about the beauty industry, because owning 6 different salon locations, she knows so much and she has so much knowledge to share. So keep all of my hair supplies in this little box, because sometimes when Kerri does my hair, she does it at a different salon location. It's pretty much wherever Kerri is, I will go, because my best friend is kind enough to do my hair for me and take the time out of her busy schedule to do it. So I'm pretty flexible wherever she wants to go, but this time we wanted to do it at the studio, which is, like I said, so convenient for me. Anyways, since we hop around a lot, I keep all of my hair stuff in this little box so that I can have it ready. This is just my makeup because it's probably gonna get messed up, and I have errands to run after this. So I have just a bunch of crap in here. All of my color. This is my pink that I use, the Pulp Riot blush. I have just a bunch of boxes there. Leftover weave. Pretty sure the lightener that we are gonna be using today is my preferred lightener. The best lightener is the Wella Blondor lightener. You can argue with me all you want, but this is the best lightener in my opinion. I have used thousands of lighteners over the 10 years that I've been behind the chair, and I will say that this doesn't swell, it doesn't burn as bad on the scalp, and it lifts so beautifully. And I do feel personally, sorry, got choked up there. Personally, what was I trying to say? Anyways, I just feel like it doesn't itch as bad, it doesn't burn on my scalp as bad, and I feel like when I leave getting my hair done, my hair doesn't feel like brittle. It still feels like shiny and silky. We love Wella Blondor. The Keratin peptide prep, I will also be spraying this on my hair before we bleach it, because I just feel like this is a step that I do not want to miss, especially when I'm lightening my hair to smithereens. I need to cut some music on. Where is my phone? It's literally in my pocket. Okay, let's go cut some music on. This is our beautiful shared event space. Look how pretty. What would you guys like to listen to today? I think we're feeling early 2000s bangers. I'm pretty much always feeling that. We have a Marshall speaker up here, and it honestly was the best money ever spent. I love a Marshall speaker. Good morning. Good morning. I don't want to cut it. I love the length right now. Like, I actually love how it's like I literally just get up and I do this. I don't know what the back of my head looks like, but I love it. I just don't care. I think short hair, it fits my life right now because it's low maintenance, but also like I really do feel free. I never in my life could get up and just do this and like go about my day. Like, I feel like that still looks good. I did bring the microphones just in case we would need them, because Kerri is very soft-spoken, but also I'll probably forget to put these in. So if later on you can't hear anything we're saying, I'm so freaking sorry. These little microphones are so cutie. Give you a quick little tour of the studio. This is my beautiful mirror from CB2. Love her. Love all of my disco balls. You can see them better in the mirror. My little seating area. She's so cutie. Okay, we're micing Kerri up. You can clip that to you.
Where do I put it?
Closest to your mouth, because Kerri is the softest speaker I've ever met in my entire life. Okay, so I need for you to tell the great people of YouTube what we're doing.
Should this be wearing a crown necklace?
No, it would probably be better if you.
Oh man, my fuzzy.
Where did it go? That thing fall. I don't even know if you need it. Yeah, it might be even better if you don't have the fuzzy.
Okay, what'd you ask? What are we doing?
Yeah, what are you? Tell the people what
we are doing some maintenance to Allie's hair today. We're gonna take out. She's got a few K-tips around her face just to give her some length right here. We're gonna take those out. We're gonna touch up her color, and then we're gonna add her some fresh K-tips back.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes. So I've got, I don't know if y'all can see that, but we've got little tiny little K-tips just to fill in the sides and to give me some density, and when you have extensions in your hair, it holds a curl so much better, especially with like fine hair. So I really enjoyed having my K-tips in and highly recommend. These have actually been the most comfortable extensions that I've ever had. Like, even with them grown out like this, I can still flip my hair up and like I can't even see them.
Yeah.
And they're super comfortable.
And so I make my own K-tips. So I basically just take weft extensions and I cut them. And I use Italian keratin to make very tiny K-tips.
Very tiny.
So
like
we'll
little
probably
hair
make some today. So Allie
stay
will show you
tuned.
how to do that.
How do you take out the K-tips? I haven't even asked you this.
Very carefully.
Okay.
So I use this solution. You basically put the solution on the keratin bond, and then you kind of just like mash it with these pliers just to break it up. You don't want to mash too hard because you can actually cut the hair if you are too rough with it. And then once it breaks up, they just slide right out.
I don't think she's taken out all of them because some of these were put in different stages, and so some of them are longer than others, and so not all of them need to come out. So working smarter, not harder.
And typically you can reuse this hair. I would just basically re-tip it with keratin, but we're not cutting her hair today. She's going to leave it the length that she has, and so we're going to have to add new hair so that it is the same length as her current hair.
Perfect.
That's it.
And they just slide right out. Mm-hmm. That was easy. And it's not like tape-ins. If you've ever had tape-ins or ever seen how tape-ins are put in, when they take out tape-ins with the solution, it's still so sticky after, and you don't have any of that sticky residue left. Like after Kerri slides this out, like I don't feel where that K-tip was on my hair like I would with tape-ins.
And that's why I use the keratin that I use, because it doesn't leave a residue when you take it out. It's super soft. It's super
malleable.
Yes, it just comes out so easily. Yeah. And the hair, I mean, this is her hair.
And and it's silky smooth. Like I can't feel like where the K-tip was in my hair.
It's still very healthy. If you're wanting to get into K-tips, I would say just play around with some different stuff that, and just see what works for you. I've got a bag over here. Let me show you guys. This bag is full of different keratin that I've tried until I just found the one that I love the most, that works best for my clients.
Also, because Kerri doesn't like to talk about herself, she is a master extensionist. She knows a ton of methods, so many methods. In fact, I think, what method do you not know at this point? Like, what else could you learn method-wise? I mean, you know K-tips, you know what are they called? Eye tips, bead work, weft work, hand tied.
Do you want to save these
For what?
in case you ever want to go shorter?
No.
Okay.
I love my short hair, but when we cut it last time, that was my
your
cap.
limit.
Yeah, that was my limit. Yeah. And now that it's like starting to shape itself, I like where we're at. I don't know if I want it to grow out to where it was before the Robert. I don't want the Robert again. Is
That's what I have.
that just felt... No, yours is longer than what I had. And I also feel like I should have listened to you and not put the weft bit back in, because I felt like that was a lot of the problem. When I cut my hair the first time, we didn't go this short because I was scared and I didn't want to hate it. So she gave me a Robert. I didn't know at the time that that's what I was getting. I didn't know I was consenting to that. But I thought I was getting a long bob. But we kept one row of extensions in, and I thought I wanted that heaviness at the bottom. But what ended up happening was when it flipped out, it looked so blocky at the bottom and thin on the top. So this feels even now, and it feels like I can style it multiple different ways still.
You just want to make sure when you're doing extensions that your client's hair is getting healthier as they wear extensions. So whatever method you use, if you decide to do K-tips, when you take that K-tip out, their hair should still be very healthy, very strong. If not, if they have a lot of breakage, then they were put in too tight, too close to the scalp.
Or it may not be the method for them.
Yes.
So basically, to give you guys a little real life behind the scenes, I'm planning not my first class, but I'm planning my first big event, the Creator Collective in Dallas, and over 130 people are potentially going to be there, which is absolutely crazy. But anyways, the class that I'm doing the next day, the bridal experience class, we had a little hiccup on the delivery of the items going in the gift bags, which is kind of out of your control when you're at the mercy of FedEx and UPS. So I'm awaiting a large majority of the gift bag items, and yesterday I was a little on the no, that's a lie. I was full crash out yesterday. So sometimes it's not really all that fun planning an event behind the scenes, but it's gonna be worth it once I'm there, hopefully. I'm in a studio space now because it is just easier for me to create and come and go as I please, versus when I was recording in the past for my clients, or recording their hair processes or taking on bridal trial runs. It was, being in a salon with 11 or 12 other people is loud, and having the studio space was a blessing. But Kerri just told us that she is potentially going to be now the building, the actual owner of the building that the space is in, which has been a very long time coming, because that building is very old and it needs a lot of renovations, and they were not being done, if you can get my drift.
We've rented
previously
that space for 8 years.
Has it been 8 years?
It's been 8 years.
Oh my God.
And been trying to buy it for 8 years. Just because it has so much potential.
It does.
Could literally be incredible. I mean, it already is amazing.
Yeah, it's so
but
beautiful.
There's so much more that can make it even more amazing. And so I've always had these incredible ideas for the space, but with it not being mine, I was very limited on what I could do. So now I can do it.
What's your favorite location out of the six? Is there 6 now?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they all kind of have a
Kerri
different
feels
vibe.
like she can't say what her favorite is, because then whatever her favorite location is, the team is probably going to be like, well, then
Yeah.
it's like you can't pick a favorite between your kid. But I know you have a favorite. I think it's Florence.
I do have a favorite, and it would definitely be Florence, because of just the history there. The building that we're in used to be a grocery store, like way back.
1906.
And my entire life it's been vacant. So from the time that I can remember, I'm 37 years old, so 37, probably at least like 25 years, the space was vacant. And it was just like falling in. When I was a little girl, there was a sign on the window and it said, "Tan and Tea's coming soon." And that sign was on the door for like 10 years, no lie. It never came. Anyways, whenever I decided to come back to my hometown and open a salon there, I knew that was the building that I wanted that building. And I reached out to the guy that owned it, and he basically told me no, that he didn't want to rent it out. And so I just would holler at him like every year, like, "Hey, have you changed your mind? Hey, have you changed your mind?" 3 years went by, and he called me up one day out of the blue, and he was like, "Hey, are you ready to open that salon here?" And anyway, I went that night and signed the lease, and here we are.
Your lore is actually insane.
My what?
Your lore, like your life lore.
Okay.
Like Kerri I could sit Kerri down and she could probably talk for 5 hours about just the surface level of her life lore. Honestly, not even your personal life lore, like just your career life lore. You've done so much. What's your least favorite part of this industry or an experience?
Oh man, let me think.
I told you guys I was going to put Kerri on the spot.
The lack or the expectation salon owners put on their staff, their stylists in our industry to grow their business and not grow their own.
The salon's brand shouldn't be your personal brand.
Correct. It should be an umbrella to house your brand, to
Grow other
to
independent
make your-
artists.
Yes, like a lot of salon owners look at their business and their salon and the clients that walk through it as their success, their journey, their people, their clients. And you know, salon owners as a whole, not all of them, I do feel like our industry is changing for the better with salon owners and their mindsets. But you know, a lot of them feel like the stylist's success is their success, and it should be the complete opposite. The stylist should be able to own their own success and grow their own brand because this is their career. And so that would be my least favorite thing about this industry. And that's my goal, is to change the mindsets of all salon owners.
Slay.
Oh my God.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. Hold on, let me grab some towels. Oh, no.
Leave it to me.
No, I literally I almost did that myself earlier.
We're back in business. Let's remove this coffee.
Yeah, let's definitely remove the coffee from...
Anyways, like I was saying, my goal, my purpose in this industry is to help stylists grow their brand and to be as successful as they want to be. But I also, if I can change the mindset of salon owners in our industry to be for their stylists, that I would love to leave that legacy. Because a lot of times in the salon world, the salon owner puts so much focus on the client, and the stylist puts so much focus on the client. And so guess who's not getting taken care of? The stylist. My mindset is, you know, my focus, my management, their focus is all about the stylist. Those are our clients. Those are the people that we service. Those are the people that we take care of.
I need you to put more emphasis on that, because like what she's saying is, what the hell was that? Thank God nothing's in there. Okay, is this building haunted?
Maybe.
Because I don't feel like you knocked that coffee down, first of all. Anyways, we need to put emphasis on what she's saying, because I don't want this part to get skipped over. The stylist is the client for Kerri as a salon owner. even if the stylist is commission and Kerri makes her money by the butts in the chair, and the more money the stylist makes, the more money Kerri makes as a salon owner because of the commission. But Kerri doesn't view it that way. She views it as each person that she takes on, whether they're a booth renter or whether they're an employee because they're commission, those are her clients. Those are who she's catering towards, her team. And that type of environment of support coming from the stylist that's been underneath that for, how long has it been? 2020, right after COVID? Gosh, that's crazy. Anyways, going on 5-ish years. I've never been in a more supportive environment, and that is the difference, is that Kerri never viewed any of us, not just me. I only came on as a booth renter. I was never a commission stylist at the Glossary, but it would be the only salon that I ever considered doing it at, because like, you're not looked at as just the value of the monetary value that you bring in. You're looked at as an actual asset to the team, and your experience at the Glossary is so catered to each individual stylist and their needs. And Kerri always tries to match that. Like, I'm not saying you bend over backwards for people, because like, I know you've had to have hard conversations with some of the stylists, and me included, on like, we can be better and self-reflect on this moment, and like, not saying you kiss our ass, but I as well as all the other stylists at the Glossary, even the ones that have left and transferred to different places and moved, the consensus is still the same. Everybody always felt supported in what they were wanting to do and in what their goals were. And that's just not the industry standard, like you said.
Very corny analogy of my mindset, but it's the only thing I can make sense. It's the boat analogy. So basically, a lot of salon owners look at their salon, their business, as like a ship in the ocean, and they bring stylists on their ship to make it the biggest, baddest boat at sea. But when that stylist wants to go work somewhere else, they have to walk off that boat with absolutely nothing, and they have to go join somebody else's boat. And the way I see the Glossary and my stylist is, the Glossary is the water. Everybody that comes and works at the Glossary gets their own boat, and it may start off as a kayak, but I will teach you how to grow your boat into a cruise ship. But it's still yours to take wherever you want to go. And my promise is that the waters will stay calm for you to take your boat wherever you want it to go. But at the end of the day, it is the stylist's boat. It has nothing to do with me. It's their boat. And so that's kind of my mindset. Or that is my mindset.
And it genuinely is that way. Like, Kerri and I actually weren't, like, when I say not friends, like, we didn't have any bad blood or anything. We just didn't know each other very well before I came onto the Glossary. So I, as a stylist who I was at a solo salon studio, so I owned my own little salon studio space. And I thought that was it for me, because I never wanted to be a part of a team environment again, because I had been burned a lot in the past. And so when I came onto the Glossary team, I did look at it as an outsider point of view. There was no, like, Kerri's my best friend, I'm going to work for her, and I had this biased view of this. Like, Kerri and I did not become close like we are now until maybe a year or two from me working there. And that was aside from, like, we've always been able to separate our work from our friendship, and I love that about us. But yeah, I'm actually grateful that I came onto the team in an unbiased way, because I truly can say now, like, this is not because I don't have other experiences somewhere else, and, like, you know, the grass is always greener on the other side, but, like, truly to see the difference in what you're doing and not just, like, saying what you're doing. Like, as a booth renter, coming from a salon studio where you're offered literally nothing, you pay $350 a week for your studio space, and it's, you know, it's just a room. For the most part, you can't really customize it completely to your liking, and it kind of gets to a point where you're doing everything yourself. And that might work for some people, but I quickly outgrew that. And what Kerri was offering to booth renters was literally, and probably still is, like unheard of. She offered us a week of like vacation time if we wanted to take it, for like where we don't have to pay booth rent for the week, and we can do that once a year, which for me, that, you know, that's unheard of. I couldn't go to Sola and say, hey, I want to take a week off, and I really don't want to pay for that week while I'm off, so, you know, can I have vacation time? Like, nobody does that. Kerri offers that. She also offers a maternity leave to people, like, meaning you don't pay your booth rent for 4 weeks. 6 weeks. You don't pay your booth rent, and your booth is, like, your station is secure for you to come back to. That's unheard of. Also, we get access to assistants who we are also kind of responsible in a good way for, to educate. And I feel like that's a great asset, because I may have not wanted the responsibility of hiring an assistant myself as an individual, because I didn't have need for one every single day, and I don't want to be responsible for someone's salary when, you know, maybe I don't want to work that Wednesday or whatever. And so having access to assistants in that way, where they were the glossary's responsibility, but also like I had access to them in a way that I could educate them and make an impact in their career as well, just felt really, it's really fulfilling. So anyways, that's literally just 3 things, but there are so many other things, so many other amenities, also to the point that, like, if there was ever, not even an issue, if we ever wanted to see change in where we worked, like if something worked better, we could always go to Kerri, and like usually within a day or two it's there or fixed or whatever.
I would say, if you're a salon owner and you're watching this, think about your staff, but think about your stylist like you would a client. If a client sat in your chair and they had special requests, or if they wanted whatever they wanted done, you're going to go above and beyond to make sure that that client's happy, taken care of, and all those things. You've got to start looking at your team that way. You've got to start looking at your stylist as your client, because they really are. Like, your purpose while they're with you, for however long they're with you, is to mold them, grow them, support them. And if they're not your 100% focus, it will be very hard to grow the loyalty and the trust as a salon owner that will keep you thriving. And it also just creates a very healthy culture. Mm-hmm. And I feel like culture is the most important thing whenever you're growing a salon. Mm-hmm. If your culture is not in the right place, the salon's never going to be where it needs to be. We have 6 locations. 3 of them I purchased as already existing salons and rebranded and rebuilt. And I can attest that your culture is such a valuable asset to your business. Mm-hmm. And it's really, really hard to grow a really healthy culture when your focus is just on the client and not on your team.
Mm. Also, to add on a deeper level, what is the point in doing any of this if we're not leaving the legacy to make the industry better? I know that sounds so cliche, but it's true. I have no desire to be a salon owner. I don't desire to lead in that way. That is not my purpose. That's not my passion. That's not my goal. But I want to be a part of a supportive and leadership type of team. I just don't want to be in that role. That's not fit for me. But the people that step in that role should only be looking at it from that point of view, because there is actually no reason to not do that. Like,
if you are a salon owner, or if you're wanting to be a salon owner, I think you really got to like question what your why is. Like, why do you want to do it? And if it's truly not to like grow and support hairstylists
in their own way,
and for their own career, I personally don't see how you could ever feel fulfilled as a salon owner. Like, for me, it was never, the money was never my driving force, ever. That's not why I ever wanted to become a salon owner. It was truly to create a space that was a positive place for people to grow and thrive, and then seeing them through that for however long I had them with me. But I still support them when they leave.
She does.
They become like a piece of me. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I love my people and I love them hard. All right. You're K-tip free, baby.
This conversation we had no plan for this conversation today, and I told them before we started that I was probably going to put you on the spot and interview you, but I didn't expect. We need a round of applause for Kerri and how
no, we do
open
not.
and
We are going to do your roots.
my roots.
Yeah.
They're not as bad as
They're really not.
normally are. We're actually pretty early on this because of the event and how it fell. Like, if I didn't do it this week, then I probably wouldn't be able to get it done until it was too late. So I usually maintain my roots every 5-ish weeks. It's a little different now that my hair is shorter and I don't have extensions in. It gets greasier faster.
Our clip collection right now.
I don't
Truly
know where
using what works.
I don't know where all my clips went. Anyways, what were you saying about
No, I was just
salon?
saying, over the years, I've been a salon owner since I was 21. I'm 37 now, so a long, long time. I've done it a lot of ways. I've done it almost every single way that you can think of. And I'm not saying what we do now is like the best way. It works for us. We have 156 hairstylists.
156 now?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the whole glossary. Anyways, if you're struggling with your why, your passion, I'm an open book. I don't gatekeep any of my secrets. I'll be happy to share. Maybe Allie will have me back on one day.
The two of us together could talk. I don't know where the
From
hell
our-
everything is.
Framework. Allie needs whisk.
I also need color brushes.
Yeah.
She's spraying the K18 peptide prep in my hair, which smells so freaking good. You spray it in, and then you kind of give it a chance to dry, and then you're good to go. It's so much easier than the Olaplex. I don't know. I also research the hell out of things before I use them as much as I can. And because I spend so much time doing that, it's like once I find something, unless that product changes or the brand changes, I'm going to continue. What ain't broke, don't fix it. Humbling. Probably going to cut this here because this is pretty simple. She's just going to retouch my roots. And I will be back.
The only cap that I have is like literally this long for some reason. Also, we're done with the roots. I don't know if you can see, but we look crazy. And now we're gonna cook. And realize that I got the ones for long hair. Oh my god. And now I just process until my roots are pale yellow. Usually it could be anywhere from 20 minutes to 45.
Oh, I've never used this before. This is the first time, so it might be a flop. I found it on TikTok. It's a seam ripper.
A
on one
seam
end,
ripper.
and on the other end is a needle threader.
Okay, there's like a little tip right there.
This is a seam ripper.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but she's basically just easily cutting the string
thread.
or the thread around
From the TikTok shop.
to get some new socks.
I just love when a sock is worn in. It's so soft. I don't feel this lightener at all.
Not ready.
Not ready.
When you're doing this, you gotta make sure the blonde is the same color it was the last time you colored it, or else she's gonna have a band.
Solid girly. Looking yellow. Now we wash. These right so I can like. I'm gonna relax now. I look like a towhead. That lift is really good.
So we blow dry my hair before we put the pink on it so that the pink takes, because if she puts it on wet, it's more of a pastel pink and it won't take as vivid and it'll kind of look more translucent. No tone. We used to tone my hair with purple shampoo or like a Redken Shade CQ toner, like at the root to make it more violet before we put the purple on. But then as it grew out, my hair ended up getting like darker and darker because that purple never faded out and the pink did. So it ended up looking like this dingy dark pink and not this pretty pastel-y vivid pink. This is the one we're using. It's the anti-overworking formula, which means that as she works this in, it's supposedly not going to get as pastel. Pulp Riot is actually the pink that I've always used. I've never switched up. Every now and then I would put like a little bit of Cupid in my hair, but that was when it was like pink. For the last year, I have only consistently been using the Pulp Riot blush. We put it on dry hair, raw lift. Shocking. Color is applied. So these are the little K-tips. I'm gonna try to get one to show you.
I'm gonna trim them down even further. So it'll be even smaller than that.
She cuts this down even smaller, the little tip, so that it's like literally like a little bigger than a hair strand. She uses this tool. We're doing the K-tips for us just to fill in this little, I don't know if y'all can see that, but this little gap. My videography skills are so good. Little hole, little hair strand. And that's it. Beautiful. Like a mullet in the front.
Yeah, what do you call them? The diffuse.
The diffuse. Our little K-tips. This is all that we put in. I just need a little shaping. And if you were wondering, the reason why we removed the other K-tips and put new ones in is because they had grown out a little bit. And since my hair is short,
They would have been shorter.
yeah, they would have been shorter going back in. So we put new ones with fresh hair in. Because I feel like someone might have this question, like, do you have to do that every time? Like, what's the replacement?
No, when your hair's longer, you can reuse the K-tips probably up to 3 times. Every time you take them out and rebond them, they're gonna get a little bit thinner. So after like the 3rd time of taking them out, rebonding, you're gonna feel like you need more hair.
But people can go like if my hair is just really high maintenance because my roots need to be done every like 5 weeks. But most people who have like highlights or a root smudge and don't get their hair colored as often or maintained, then I feel like they can go a lot longer with their K-tips, or it really just any extensions in general.
Yes.
And then we're done. Easy peasy. It looks so good. I actually love this color.
I do.
And not when it's like super vivid, but doesn't want to hold this all the time, but I still love it pastel. I just love my hair short. Like, I don't know if I'll ever go back to long hair. It's just, it feels so good. I can't explain it other than that. It just feels so, it feels so me. It feels so good. I love this length. I love this haircut. The color turned out perfect, and I love it so much. Just like I love you guys. Bye. I'll show you. You probably can't see that, but they have like an almond paste in it. Not me doing a food review right now.